snake, as rookie Kevin Klum and Michael Kovar have both seen time in the most important bunker on the field. Veteran Kirill Britney is out with a torn Achilles tendon, putting pressure on the rest of the team to step up in his absence.
Welcome back here, 2013 PSP World Cup, biggest tournament in the world. I'm Matty Marshall with Todd Martinez and Chris Lasoya, and we are about to watch the Los Angeles Ironmen take on Moscow Red Legion. Moscow Red Legion 0-3 right now, and really disappointing performance from them so far. What do you think, Todd? On paper, you got to give it to this one to Ironman.
Honestly, I really just think it hurt Moscow Red Legion not having Pantaleev, not having Kirill. Because those three guys with Bierdnikov are just their staples. They had a bad game out of Wheeler last point. See if you can get around here. But the Ironmen, I think the Ironmen are going to be pretty upset after that last game. We're going to come out much harder at this point right here.
Yeah, the Ironmen 2-1 right now. So here we go. And it looks like Kovar getting shot off the break for Moscow Red Legion. And here comes the Ironmen with Alex Goldman, who has been playing awesome so far here at this event, really looking like he's at peak performance levels. Big Mike Paxton dying behind Alex Goldman, so it's just Mouse up here. Alex Goldman, AKA Mouse, all the way up on the snake side, trying to chop up, shoot cross field to get some shots on Moscow on that Dorito side. Looks like he got one of them, but he's got to be careful. He's got to protect himself here.
Yeah, he's got Alex Rodriguez across the field. Oh, and filling out. Does he make it? Yes, he does make it. The Snake Temple fills out to the snake side corner.
That's going to make it a little tight in there for Mouse.
So Mouse now, he is protected from across the field on the Dorito side. Danny Park up in that A. Probably should have picked that player up to protect Mouse, but unable to do so. Danny Park up in that A. Gonna lock off the snake side of the field, let Mouse go to work, but now Mouse has to be concerned about that corner, trying to wrap the wire on him.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough there because he's on his knees, tucked in, being as small as he possibly can. He's a pretty big guy, he's 6 foot jacked, and you've seen him recently. He keeps getting bigger.
Yeah,
I remember when he was like a little skinny kid.
That's why his name's Mouse. But he's no longer.
He ain't 14
he's
anymore.
Like
no kidding.
Yeah, he's like a. Yeah, I mean,
he's like a.
Well, I was gonna say he's not. I was gonna say he's like a big, gigantic, steroided out, like tough little sewer rat now. Like just huge. Splinter. Yeah, but like.
Ninja Turtles.
Who's been doing deadlifts with cars and stuff. But yeah, he's playing really well because Mouse has really worked to try to work on his consistency. That's been the big thing with him because he's always going to get out there and get some kills, but it's can he do it point after point after point. He's been doing that so far here for the Ironman. But look at this big move on the Dorito side. Things are getting tight over there for them. And there's Alex Goldman.
Look at the move on the far side of the field.
Yeah, but so Alex Goldman right now is locked in the fight on your screen, but there on the top side, Chaos just tapped it in that Dorito side of the field. Bodies coming off for both teams. 3 players left alive for the Ironmen, but they have way better field position, and there we go. The Ironmen look like they're going to close out this point here.
Good, well played by the Ironmen right there. Nice, slow. It wasn't crazy. Nobody running down the you had one person running down the field, but it wasn't overextension. They played well. Danny Park got up there. I think they blew a few shots. The Moscow Red Legion took the 50 Dorito, and I don't think he should have made that. They drifted to the corner. I don't think he should have made that. But like I said, it's 1-0 right now. If the flag hangs clean, we'll come back after these messages.
How many countries I've visited, how many miles you've traveled,
how many paintballs you've shot at different people,
how much baby powder I've used, how many hotels we've trashed,
how many places I've driven,
how many guns I've gone through, how much I love the game.
All the times that you had to tell your family that you couldn't be there for this or that because you were going to play paintball.
How many friends I've gotten out of it.
That's just why I love paintball. That's why I love paintball.
That's why I love paintball. Well, that's why I love paintball.
There's coach for Los Angeles Ironman, Mike Himman, out there giving his boys some last-minute instructions. He looked good in that first point. So Moscow Red Legion gonna have to fight back and try to tie this up. 17 minutes and 8 seconds remain here in this match. Nice job again by Alex Goldman in that first point. 2 confirmed kills for him. If you got him on your fantasy team, you're probably pretty happy because he's definitely been killing people out there this weekend.
You know, I'm ready to see a real good game out of Jason Wheeler. I mean, he has one coming, man. He's had a rough go with this tournament so far, but I'm looking to see a good change out of him coming out this way. Moscow Red Legion spreading the field apart. 5 alive on both teams. Everybody makes it out to their spot, Todd.
And there goes Golev into Dorito 1. And is that Lukashuk? Yeah, Lukashuk looks like he gets shot out of that Dorito corner. So first body dropping for Moscow Red Legion. And we got Alex Goldman, Brandon Cornell over here on the Snake side as Cornell dives into Snake 1. Alex Goldman next to him. Eric Humphreys over there in the Dorito side can. Alex Rodriguez and Marcelo. Alex Rodriguez up in the center A right now, locking off the Snake side of the field. Eric Humphreys bumps across into the Dorito Temple. Take control of that wire. There goes Alex Goldman sliding into your screen. Right into Snake 1, pops up right away and gets his gun up.
You know, we had talked about that earlier, Matty. You know, you got number 20 right there up in the Snake. That's Brandon Cornell, new addition. Now that lets Alex Goldman come up behind him and get those packs, tips of the loaders, you know, elbows.
Yeah. That was Coombe right there and Wheeler on your screen. There you see Alex Goldman trying to get a shot in on Wheeler, trying to protect Brandon Cornell.
Well, Brandon Cornell, Todd, and Alex Rodriguez are doing a good job of crossing it up, you know, with Brandon Cornell in the Snake. He also has a player right behind him. And then on that Dorito side, oh, look at that, Golev getting shot out. So it's looking like the Ironmen pretty strong here, 3 on 5. And as long as they don't blow it, they should win this point. So,
sorry, that was just funny.
It's true.
I mean, we've seen worse things happen.
Well, we've seen a lot of teams lose high body situations.
It's one of those fields, man.
It is, and we talked about that actually on the breakdown too, Todd. Remember we were talking about how this is going to be one of those chaotic games, chaotic fields where lots of things could go wrong, lots of things could go right, depending on how much your timing is on point and how much counterpunch paintball you can play.
You know, well, and looking at right now, look at Brandon Cornell. If he wraps around, I mean, obviously he needs a little bit of help, but he has a shot right there on that guy right there. Really easy shot. It's not an easy shot because they'll probably trade out, but I like the paintball that the Ironmen are playing. They're slow playing it, not getting too aggressive, taking their shots and just nipping it at the butt as it goes.
Well, go ahead, Todd.
This is how they beat Dynasty yesterday. You know, they get into the good spots, but they don't force it. You know, they wait and they pick their gun battles. They don't be over aggressive trying to snap shoot with people. You know, just take the shots that are given to you.
And if you notice out there, Alex Goldman in the Snake on your screen right now, great communication from him. Look at that, and he wraps around. What a great job. He wraps around, gets a shot on Kevin Klum, who's finally getting a spin out there. He hasn't been playing much, and he just gets owned by Alex Goldman, who's just doing great, man. He's dodging paintballs out there. He's dropping in shots. He's talking it up, and we saw him talking it up a lot. Remember yesterday when they beat Dynasty, how much Alex Goldman was talking it up, and there goes A-Rod launching, trying to take the last player out.
Yep, runs directly at Bierdnikov, and he and Bierdnikov trade out with each other.
Great, well played right there by the Ironman. Brandon Cornell just impressed me right there, the way he played. And as I said, all he had to do is wait it out, come out and cool him, and just shoot him, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, the Ironmen are playing smart, methodical paintball right now. Marcelo Margot with a confirmed kill. Brandon Cornell got himself 2, and then Alex Goldman. Team effort out there. And Ironmen are going to be tough to beat when you have 3-4 players at each point getting kills. That means everybody's contributing. So solid work by the Ironmen. They go up 2-0 right now. Let's see if Moscow can get back in this match. We'll be right back. All right, so it's been all LA Ironmen, And do not forget, at the lunch break, we're going to have Season 2, world premiere of the roster, Episode 1, starring San Antonio X Factor. Such a compelling story, best team from Texas, as they try to rebuild their team to be a winning squad yet again.
Looked pretty impressive yesterday, first game.
Yeah, they did. They
had a little bit of rough one, second game.
Yeah, they beat up Damage yesterday and completely dominated Damage. But then after that, they lost to Impact 7-2. So a little bit of inconsistency out of X Factor yesterday. But we will see. If they play every game like Damage, they're definitely winning tournaments again.
Yeah, without a doubt. And on the breakout, you have the Ironmen right now. 2 up on Russian Legion right now. And in the snake, look at that move right there, Todd. That's Daniel Park. But here comes one. If he's hit, I guarantee they're going to throw a flag. And he's good. 2 guys drying, 3 guys off the Russian Legion right now. Ironman looking strong right now. Only person lost on the Ironman is Alex Goldman by Michael Kovar, but that's going to do it. Moscow Red Legion is going to concede the point. That's going to put up the Ironman 3-0. What a good showing right now. 3 points up in 13 minutes left in this game still.
Yeah, they're looking good, man. And it was, basically Bernikov and Kovar. I still think Kovar's playing pretty well. I mean, a little inconsistent. He has had some penalty problems, but they're running him over there. And we haven't seen much out of Kevin Klum in this event, but he hasn't had a lot of opportunities. But Alex Goldman and Marcelo Margot playing great this particular point, but the whole team of the Ironmen's playing great. And of course, you expect good performances out of those, those seasoned veterans, those former world champions. But when you're getting everyone competing out there on the Ironman and doing their jobs, they're going to be a scary team. Let's check in with Lauren on the sideline. She has one of the Ironmen, actually.
Hey guys, I'm standing down here with Alex Rodriguez of Ironmen. You guys are coming out here really strong. You've been playing really strong all weekend, but you had a loss to Heat earlier in the day. What did you talk about adjusting to make sure you won this one?
He did a really good job of shooting us off the break. The other teams that we played didn't really shoot us that much, so we're really tightening up, shortening up. We're really focusing on our lanes, putting it back up the center and shooting the wide guys out. Just staying alive, communicating, slowing the game down, just playing paintball.
Now, some of these points are really fast and others are taking a longer time. When you have those longer points, what are you looking for to make your move?
Longer points is just figuring out exactly where the guns are shooting, staying alive, just communicating, and just getting everything and working as a team.
All right, 27 seconds. We'll see if they keep the lead.
All right, so just a few seconds here, about 18 seconds before the start of this next point here. And this game brought to you by CC Paintball. They got 2 locations, Corona and Norco, California. Probably a lot of Ironman fans out here watching this game. They've been around for a long time. They got fully stocked stores, DIE-certified tech center, knowledgeable gun techs. Go to both of the locations, Corona and Norco CC Paintball. They'll take care of you. So here we go.
On the breakout, trying to make it all the way to Snake on the break. Unfortunately, but Mike Paxton getting shot out for the Ironman as well.
Man, it's tough right now for Moscow to kind of find their vibe. It's just they've been, stutter starting all tournament long, and they are able now to take out after they lost Kevin Klum over here on the Snake side. They lost Paxton, and they also lost Alex Goldman, and then they lose Marcelo Margot. So here we go now. Moscow Red Legion starting to shoot some of the Ironmen out of their spots. And now Danny Park, though, makes his way into the Snake, but so does Moscow Red Legion. I believe that's Lukashuk.
Oh, Danny Park getting picked
Alexander
out down.
Bernikov.
Oh, it's Bernikov.
That was a shot.
Well, Alexander Bernikov's our 2012 Top Gun Award winner. Last season, he was amazing and beat out Marcelo Margot in the World Cup. So he's trying to do it again. Potentially, he's got a lot of ground to make up. Marcelo, because he had such a good day yesterday, really trying to solidify that Top Gun title. But Marcelo actually has got a penalty, and penalties kill your overall ranking. And there's a lot of guys that were right close to him.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes down, too. Just so many different stories all converging here at this one tournament. All right, so here we go. Los Angeles Ironmen finally losing one to Moscow Red Legion. 12:32 to go. We'll be right back.
One of the fundamental issues with traditional paintball markers is the loader on top of the gun. To eliminate those issues, we integrated the loader directly inside the gun. You're not going to have a hopper being a big target for your opponent to hit, and your field of vision will not be restricted anymore. We've done a ton of field testing with different tournament players, different employees. Nobody wants to give this gun back. It's badass.
A&S Gear is having their World Cup Super Sale. We've got A&S pods for half off. A&S gas tanks starting as low as $99.95. We've got swabs so cheap that you can throw them away. You can get Nelson paint arriving at your door, $31.95. Jerseys, we've got them starting at $4.95. And pants, starting at $29.95. Shop now at ansgear.com and don't miss out on the biggest paintball sale ever.
PaintballDojo.com. Support your favorite pro teams. Get your name printed on pro team gear. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players. Full color and completely custom options. You can build a custom design straight from our website. Gear available for both men and women. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players.
Here we go, split screen breakout, Legion on your left, Ironman on your right. Legion finally getting on the board in that last point. Nice job by the 2012 Top Gun, Malloy, Alexander Bernikoff, and here we go. Ironman all the way up to the center off the break. Send Alex Rodriguez there, dead center your screen to that center structure, and he's trying to shut down the snake side of the field, and it looks like they were able to get a shot on both Kevin Klum and Alexander Bernikoff, so this entire side is blown open. That's just going to let A-Rod wrap around, blow Wheeler to bits, and here come the Los Angeles Ironmen trying to put another point on the board.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance, and neither did he. I mean,
number 16 just feeding A-Rod right now.
Oh yeah,
running directly into his gun.
I mean, he was in such a good spot, and I love this spot. I mean, I grew up in that spot. I was pretty much born in the middle of the field, like an egg or a tree.
Hey, what came first, the Chris or the A?
Hey, I saw you play the snake. I've seen you play the snake.
Yeah, like 30 years ago. Yeah. No, but like he was up there just feasting, playing really well. He knows how to cut the field off.
Well, the smart thing, you know, A-Rod's a really smart individual. He's a really bright kid, and what he saw was as soon as he went up there, he was able to see, okay, and anytime bodies drop completely off that side and you have no pressure whatsoever coming that way and you're at that center, like you were saying, you're able to post up there, completely shut that side down and wrap around, and sure enough, he caught Wheeler moving over too. So good work by the Los Angeles Ironman, Alex Rodriguez up the center. We'll be right back. So just when we thought Moscow Red Legion might be fighting back in this game, nope, Ironmen come out with a big point, shooting 2 players off the break, and then immediately shoot Jason Wheeler right after that, score another one. 4-1 is the score. So with 12 minutes and 3 seconds, though, you know, Moscow could get back in this game, but
one red flag away.
But the yeah, right. Especially after the games we've seen this event so far, definitely been a, you know, it's not every game, but we have seen some flags fly, especially early this morning when Legion played, and actually Legion's been I think Legion is leading right now, leading the tournament in penalties here. So here we go. See if Legion can get 5 players out alive. And they send Ironman send Alex Rodriguez up to the center again. So Moscow's gonna have to counter that. Here comes the push up to the center. Alex bumps out, and I think he got shot in his back by his own guy. Yeah, so Alex Rodriguez takes one in the back.
Oh, and looks like Wheeler tries to make the same move on the Dorito side of the field, and he gets chopped up by, I think Alex Goldman was looking that way.
Yep, that was a good shot. You know, so both teams up to 3 players right now, or down to 3 players, I guess I should say.
You know, we haven't seen a lot out of Nate Schrader, who normally plays the D side, but they really haven't put him out there much. He finally gets out there, and he gets shot out by Dennis Golev. So 3 players left alive for the Ironmen. They got Margot, Michael McCormick, and Alex Goldman out there, and Marcelo Margot is going to town right now. He's got 2 confirmed here in this point.
Well, the only time Nate Schrader is going to get to run to that Dorito is when Marcelo can't or doesn't want to.
Yeah, which I don't see ever happening.
Exactly.
I mean, I think that I think if they're going to get in, I can almost guarantee that they're going to, you know, save some legs later down the road. But heads up paintball, Michael Kovar on your screen. Look at his kills right now. Fantasy points 5,200. had a rough day of it yesterday, but coming back at it today, 21 kills.
Yeah, Michael Kovar really shook it off, and I'm proud of him because he's going out there and he's getting his reps, and regardless of what happens, he's still trying to stay mentally focused. You know, win or lose, get shot or not, he's still trying to keep that focus, and that shows growth as a player, and that's really all you can ask for.
Marcelo Margot right now communicating with Alex Goldman across the field, trying to let him know, trying to sort the bodies out. You know, this is what we've seen from the Ironmen so far. You know, Goldman, he has help behind him in the snake corner, and just sitting there content to play smart, not force anything, and make the Moscow Red Legion blow the whistle. So that's going to cost them another point, but Legion trying to save all the time that they possibly can so they can try and mount a comeback here. Very possible. We saw Infamous do it yesterday. We'll be right back after these messages.
The 2013 season of the CXBL has officially come to a close. Thanks to all the players and sponsors for once again making the CXBL one of North America's greatest leagues. Stay tuned to buypbl.com on Facebook. The 2014 season is just around the corner.
All right, so with 10 minutes and 9 seconds to go here, there is enough time, like we saw when Infamous game, Todd, that you pointed out yesterday, as Infamous came back when they were taking on, who was it they played yesterday?
Damage.
Yeah, that was the last game of the day when they played Damage. And so it's possible, but the Ironmen, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they have too many players playing their A game right now. Got a lot of guys playing at that, you know, right around that 9 or 10 of their capabilities.
And they're executing their game plans the way that they want to.
Well, you know, got Mike Paxton. He's obviously confident in his squad right now. Same squad's going to go out there with Mike Paxton, Danny Park, Alex Goldman, Alex Rodriguez, Marcelo Margot. But on the breakout, you have Moscow Red Legion on your screen. All the way to the snake, though. Danny Park making the move.
Yeah, Danny Park, we've seen that run a couple times from different teams and different players, and we've seen it work. We've seen people get shot, but I still think that that's a sound strategic move there. And Danny Park, real small, real fast, gets right in there. And Dennis Golev, you can see him put his eyes to the sky after he got shot, and probably a big exhale. Yeah, he looks frustrated walking off here, and he should be. Dennis Golev not playing well enough right now for Moscow Red Legion to be contributing as he should be, because, you know, that guy can play the game. They got Kevin Klum and Michael Kovar left alive, and it's not looking good again for Moscow Red Legion in this point. Ironman looking real strong here.
Marcelo bumping up to that mini Dorito right behind the 50. Using Danny Park to draw the guns. Makes an aggressive move, gets up there and gets a good angle on Michael Kovar, who turns around and takes one in the goggles. So Ironman just handling Moscow Red Legion right now.
That game was all Danny Park, Alex Rodriguez, and Marcelo Margot. I mean, just well played, man. Very spread across the field.
Boys, correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, I feel like we're finally seeing the Ironman team with the roster that they had this season that we thought we were going to see all season long.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They've really underperformed all year long, but I think right now they're fine. You know, they say, hey, this is a progress. It's going to take some time. This is a long-term play with the pickups that we're making. Yeah, of course we want to, you know, try to have an immediate impact, but to be honest, I think that it's just taking a little bit of time. But finally, the Ironmen are looking strong, and I think they got to be one of the favorites here.
Yeah, you know, they're playing, I think, better than they played all year, and like you said, they're finally coming into their own, Todd.
Well, I mean, as we've seen so many times in the finals, it's about how you can slow the game down and really be particular about every shot, every snap, you know, every move. And Ironmen are figuring out how to play slow right now. They can play it fast if they want. You know, they can play fast with any team, but really figuring out how to play some finals ball right now. We'll see how they close this game out. We'll be right back after this.
Hey guys, I am down in Russian's pit. The score is 6-1 right now. You guys are down 5 points. You've been successful in PSP, but been struggling this weekend. What do you think your biggest issues have been?
Team spirit. Nobody's playing as a team. Everyone's playing as individuals. And you're never going to win this caliber of an event, you know, playing as individuals. There's no team spirit, no teamwork, and we don't deserve to win right now.
Well, you guys did seem pretty defeated, but we'll see if they can get any points on the board here.
You know what I love? You know what I love about Jason Wheeler? Anytime that we interview Jason Wheeler, he just tells it like it is. Like when they got dropped down in the Champions League or Challengers League, he was like, we deserve to be here based on how we played. And then at the end after they won, he's like, I'm glad it happened because we needed that, and they did, and that's honesty. And then he's saying it, yeah. He basically just said what is exactly happening. It doesn't look like they have much of that fight in them right now. I don't know where it's coming from.
Well, as unfortunate as it might be, it looks like they're going to be fighting for it again, not to get relegated. You know, they're down 6-1. They're going to go down. Pantalev is Pavel is the only player left, and he's about to get it down the highway. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just, it is what it is.
Ooh, Alex Goldman looks fast. Alex Goldman's feeling it right now.
Yep, he does. So, Pavel, you see on your screen right there, last player left for Moscow Red Legion, going down 7-1 with 8 minutes left in this game. So it was a relatively fast game for the Ironmen. But like Todd said, man, he slowed it down a little bit. They're learning that finals gameplay right now, early in the day. And look at Alex Goldman. I think for all you guys at home, fantasy paintball, 4,900 points right now.
Yeah, if you picked Alex Goldman, you're a happy person because he is performing at the level that Alex needs to be performing at, which is great to see for the Ironmen and great to see for Alex because he struggled with inconsistency and looking real consistent here at this event so far. There's the rest of the boys coming off. Next up, though, we have San Diego Dynasty taking on Houston Heat, last game of the morning bracket. And that should be an interesting one as, you know, Houston Heat now 3-0. And, you know, Dynasty, as they are now 2-1. So that's going to be a pretty good game here. And because if Dynasty wins, that's going to make them 3-1. And if Heat loses, then they'll be 3-1. So, you know, as the day progresses, this is what happens. We start trying to figure out who's going to make it, who's not, who's going to be playing to get relegated, and who's not. And then also, as we're watching this game go down, again, 400 teams here at the PSP 2013 World Cup. And we were going to find out who is going to win the Divisional World Champions tomorrow. I can't wait to see which teams fight through and get to play here on the webcast field. And there's the schedule for the rest of the day. And also, after this next game, we're going to have the world premiere of Episode 1 of the Roster ETV's Season 2. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly on the sidelines with Cornell and Hinman from the Ironmen.
Hey guys, I am down here with Brandon Cornell and Coach Mike Hinman of Ironmen. Brandon, you made it from D2, D3 to the pro this year. How does it feel to be playing at World Cup on the pro field?
It feels awesome. It's amazing playing with like all my teammates. It's a great experience and we're playing good.
Who do you think you've learned the most from this year?
Definitely, honestly, all the players, Mike Hinman, Steve. I just have thanks for everyone.
Awesome. Well, Mike, you guys are coming out really strong here at World Cup. You're 3-1 right now, which is great moving into Sunday. How do you feel the team is exceeding, and where are you still struggling?
Well, I mean, we struggled bad in that Houston Heat game. We just didn't come out with intensity. You know, it's an intangible, and we just didn't have it. You could see it in people's faces, and that was a wake-up call. And 3-1's good, but this next game, this Heat Dynasty game's everything, you know.
What do you think has been your biggest strength this weekend that you maybe haven't had in previous tournaments?
I think just having faith, you know, in any paintball game, you just got to believe in your game plan, you know. A 50% game plan will succeed a lot more than a 100% game plan that nobody believes in. And people have had the faith and they've believed, so that's what it's been.
Well, believing has paid off there. 3-1 moving into Sunday. Congratulations. Next up, we have Dynasty and Heat. It's going to be a good one, so stay tuned.